Hello everyone and welcome back to Danette's Kitchen. And I'm your host Danette, and I know it's been a while, been about a week or so since I've been on here. But today I wanted to talk about fasting because in the previous episode I talked about how at the beginning of the year, people are focused on making changes in their life, making changes with their health and the way that they do things and the way that they respond to things, trying to have less stress or lose weight or be more mindful about things that are going on with them. Some people will use the beginning of the year as a time to fast. And by fast, I don't just mean like a starvation diet. There are medical fasts where a doctor tells you to not eat before you're going in for a procedure or whatever. They'll give you an extended period of time, say don't eat starting at this time and until your procedure happens, and you know that you just got to turn over the plate at that point. But there are also other kinds of fasts. There's spiritual fasts. There's fasts from where people are trying to build a relationship with God, and so they focus on themselves and they do turn down the plate. So there's a water fast where people only have water for an extended amount of time. There is a straight fast where people have absolutely nothing for like a day or two or sometimes 3 days, and they have nothing but the water to take medication if they're on prescribed medication. There's a Daniel fast where people give up the meat. You can also, let go of all the things that are pleasurable, including the television and whatnot, but you're giving up the meat, which is a very big deal with the Daniel fast, especially if you are someone who is a definite meat eater. But then what do you eat? With the Daniel's fast, in the Bible, when Daniel went on the fast, he gave up the meat, still came out healthy and strong, and he was still able to eat because he was eating his fruits and his vegetables, these things that your body needs. He could eat the grains, he just couldn't have the meat, he couldn't have the sweets. Milk, which dairy is a byproduct of the meat. So those things were cut out. So I wanted to show you some examples of things that you can have on a Daniel fast. These are tortilla chips. These are made from corn, and these tortilla chips actually also have Brussels sprouts, garlic, onions, and parsley in them. It's going to be really interesting. I've never had this brand before, but and it has a trace of lime juice, which is pretty cool. But it doesn't have any meat or meat byproducts, doesn't have any dairy in it. It's even made with potato flakes. Awesome. This is going to be an interesting thing to try out. Of course, we know fruits. You can have your apples and your pears or any kind of fruit on a Daniel fast. You can have fresh or you can have canned produce, like this is canned pineapple. That's something that you can have during that time. Butternut squash. Yes, you can get squash like this in the store where it's already in the chunks. You don't have to get the big hard squash and try to hack away with it with a hammer. But tomorrow I plan on doing a video of how to take this butternut squash and turn it into a bisque. Of course, you can just take the squash and saute it in a pan with 1 or 2 tablespoons of olive oil, or chop up some onion, put it in there, caramelize the onion, and cook the squash in that. Add your salt and pepper to taste. But I like to cook it down, put it through the blender, make it something creamy so that even little ones, if they want to have some, they can drink it. Next, this is couscous. Yes, I have it in a mason jar because I do have a lot of mason jars. Couscous is a very simple product that you can just boil some water. You can take a small scoop of this. It will expand, and it's a very, very light, tasty treat. You can add your salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. A nice meat-free treat. Can you have bread on a Daniel's fast? Perhaps if it's unleavened. I personally don't do bread on the Daniel's fast. It's like, what is that bread made out of? But you possibly could, but I just personally don't do bread on the Daniel's fast. And here is a wheat and berry cluster. This is a packaged product from the Triscuit company, and it's made with nuts and berries, and it's a very simple plant-based treat. So if you're hankering for something a little different, you don't have to go for that dark chocolate. Even though we love that dark chocolate because it's good for your heart, if you're on the Daniel's fast, you can't have the dark chocolate. No matter how much I want to say that it's a part of the vegetable group because of the cocoa plant. Black beans. That's something else that you can have on the Daniel's fast. And you can take the black beans and heat them up, put some onions or whatever in there, and have them with your veggie chips. And it's all good. Lima beans or any other canned beans, as long as it doesn't have any meat or meat byproducts in it, you can use that during that fast time. Sweet potatoes. Cook them down, mash them, separate them into containers. That is an awesome treat. You don't have to always add sugar and all of that other stuff. It's good just how it is, and it's good for you. Beets. These are some beets that are like peeled and steamed, and they're in a pre-shrunk package. This kind already has like a little red wine vinegar in it, so I can keep it in the refrigerator, take it out, eat it as a snack, eat it cold, or I can slice them up and put them in with something else and eat them warm. Plums. Dried pitted plums, also known as prunes. Definite thing that you can have during the Daniel fast. Olives of all different sorts and kinds, all different colors, all different flavors. You can have those, but remember the sodium content, so if you're in a low sodium diet, you don't want to go overboard with it. Hummus. Made out of chickpeas and tahini. Awesome thing to have on the fast with your chips, or you can have like slices of carrots or slices of red bell pepper or other things that you can have with it. It's an awesome, awesome thing to eat. So there's lots of options. Can you have cookies? Absolutely not. These cookies I would eat before the fast, not on the day of the fast. So, you know, if you're under special dietary restrictions, you might want to contact your doctor to find out how the doctor would want you to proceed with the fast. You know, are there set times? If you're on specific medications, you don't want to stop taking your medication or anything unless the doctor tells you to do that. So, I hope you're having a good week so far. And if you're planning on going on a fast, you might want to consider these things. If you'd like more information about fasting or where to find more information about fasting, put a comment down in the section below. I'm not sure if YouTube is allowing comments in my videos anymore or not. You can always give me a thumbs up and share and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video where I will be making a squash bisque out of this butternut squash. Have a great day and stay tuned for more.